Hi, this is Steve with HomeStrung Jewelry.
And Debbie with HomeStrung Jewelry.
And today we are going to be opening and previewing the July 2024
Summer Magic
Gem,
subscription box.
Gemstone Orphan subscription. It's summer magic for Debbie and for everyone else. And we probably ought to announce too that we have a special event for everyone who's on the Gemstone Orphanage Facebook group. And if you're not a member, you should probably go and join.
The reason we're announcing it with this box is because it relates to this box. We will be looking for a featured designer through the month of July that puts together designs from this box and then posts pictures of them in the Facebook group. And the person that we select as the featured designer will get the next subscription box free of charge. They won't be charged for their box.
Okay, that sounds good. What if they're not a subscriber?
I suggest they become a subscriber because...
I meant a subscription to the Gemstone Orphanage subscription if they're just a box purchaser.
Oh, if they buy this box and they can make designs from this box, then their designs will be considered.
And we will send them a free box.
And we'll send them a free box.
Okay, just want to make sure you don't have to be a subscriber. You just have to buy the box and make things using things from the box, right?
Yep. There will be some extra boxes that we put up for sale on the website at the same time that we release this video. But I did not do as many extra boxes as I did on the last subscription. So you may not want to wait too long if this is something you're going to want.
So get your box, make stuff from the box, post pictures of the things you make onto the Gemstone Orphanage Facebook group. And how long will the contest run?
There'll be a lot more information right there in the Facebook group. We'll have all of the, what we're looking for.
The facts.
The facts, there we go. They'll be there posted in the Facebook group as an event.
Yeah, like I can't win.
Right, nobody who's associated with HomeStrung Jewelry or the Gemstone Orphanage is eligible.
So if I disassociate myself, I can win.
Well, that would not be a good idea.
All right, let's see what's in the box, okay?
So here's our July box.
Which doesn't open quickly and easily. And there is tissue paper. And we have paperwork. And we have the orphan. Let's talk about the orphan first of all.
Those of you who are not familiar with our subscription boxes, every box features an orphan stone that you adopt, and it comes to your home, and the box is curated around these orphan stones.
Okay, and the stones that we're featuring this month is Crazy Lace Agate.
Yes.
It's a natural stone. It comes with a little tag with the name. This is Pasha, and a Russian name meaning of the ocean. This is going to be our beach ocean edition because it's summer, it's hot, and the best place to be is probably in an air-conditioned car or house. But next would be the beach. Okay, this is a pretty stone. I haven't seen this.
All of these are pretty stones.
Yep, we love Crazy Lace Agate just because of all the colors.
If you want to learn more about the Crazy Lace Agate, the stones in the boxes, any variations in shape, size, whatever, be sure you go back and watch the Meet the Orphans that we released back on Saturday.
Yes, and if you turn off the sound, you don't have to listen to me. You can just look at the orphans during the whole thing.
That'll give you a much better idea of what will be in your box.
I don't think
what you'll be adopting.
I don't think Pasha was in the Meet the Orphan video. We couldn't fit everything in, so this is a new stone here, and this is an actual box that will be mailed out.
We just randomly picked one of the boxes, and so one of you will be receiving this box.
And along with the orphan, let's arrange her a little better, which this has been glued down. Wow.
I think I put it that hard.
We are really, Debbie welded this one on.
With each orphan comes some documentation. Every single orphan has some really important stuff that we want to tell you about. And so that paperwork is in there. And then the most important thing is the certificate of adoption. which has your orphan's name, and it has a registration number. All of these stones are certified and registered. They're in our master registry, which someday we might be able to make an online version so you'd be able to look your stones up.
Yes, Debbie's glaring at me. I'm the programmer.
And so if you happen to lose or sell, or you want to verify that you've got an authentic Gemstone Orphanage pendant stone, the registration number is how you would do that.
If your stone is ever in a lineup, you can identify it with this form. Okay, so let's set these things aside. Along with all the orphan information and stuff, we have the inventory sheet, which is right here, two-sided. There is lots of stuff in this box.
Your retail value on this box came in at $114.
There is one massive bag. I think I'm going to be paying a premium on shipping this month. There is a findings and extras bag, and then there is a special bag that we'll talk about at the very end. So anyway, give us just a minute and we'll start with the bead bag and show you what's in the box. Okay, we're back. What have we got, Debbie?
This is going to be a real trick to see if we can get all this to fit in one frame. We're going to start with some crazy lace agate rounds. You get 20 of the 8mm size.
Oh, these are pretty.
These, you can actually see that crazy lace pattern in them, and they follow the same color hues and that your pendant does. I mean, look at that. Then you're going to get 25 6mm rounds. Again, in the crazy lace agate.
Again, nice pattern on there.
And then there are 35 4mm crazy lace agate rounds. These definitely bring in more of the gold, yellow hues in the crazy lace, but if you look careful, you will see the pattern, even down in these little guys. And 35 of those. These are crazy lace agate coins. They are 12mm in size, and you get 8 of them. They're also an A grade. They're beautiful. More crazy lace agate. This time we have some cubes that are 6mm in size, and you get 10 of those. And again, they have that beautiful crazy lace pattern and the colors running through them that match the pendant stones. And the final crazy lace item are some roundels or hishis, whichever you want to call them. They're 6mm by just 2mm thick, and there are 15.
There's more than 15 in there.
Okay, we put more in because we had enough to do some more. So how many are in there?
Well, it looks like at least 20. There's 20, 21.
Okay, so you're going to get more than 15 of these crazy lace agate roundels.
15 plus.
There we go. Now the next item is probably something I shouldn't have combined, and we really need to have you listen here for a second, because the next 2 items are both a yellow opal, but I combined them into one bag because they were the same stone, but they were chips and nuggets. And after we combined them, we realized that it was a little bit difficult to distinguish the nuggets from the chips. But you have 10 nuggets in there and about a 7.5-inch strand worth of chips. If you pull out 10 of the largest, what looks like your largest chips, you'll have your 10 nugget beads. But they were so similar, and they were the very same stone, that I went ahead and put them into the same bag.
I wasn't involved in the decision here, folks. Debbie did this on her own, so they're all combined together.
And they do have a little tiny bit of an opalescence glow flash to them. When the light hits them a certain way, they're really pretty. So now we're going to move on to some gemstone items that will pick out the reds that are in your stones. And this is coming from what we call mahogany obsidian.
That's what we're calling it.
These are 8mm rounds, and you get 20 of those gemstones.
Is that just reflection or sparkle in those?
Obsidian has the potential to do a little bit of sparkle, but it's not generally known
Anyway,
to
you
sparkle.
can see why they call them mahogany.
And following right along is more mahogany obsidian in the 6mm size, and there are 25. You're getting 2 complete sets of rounds in this box, both in the crazy lace agate and in the mahogany obsidian.
I'm assuming this is the 4mm.
That's the 4mm size right there. You get 35 of those.
Okay, these look fun.
These also are mahogany obsidian, but the shape is really different. I'm calling it a faceted barrel. I don't know what else you'd call it shape-wise.
It's a faceted bead.
But they are A grade and they are beautiful. They are, let me see, 9 to 10 millimeters in size, and they do have faucets on them.
And there's 4 of them.
And there are 4 in the bag. They're a little bit larger bead. And it was difficult to find shaped beads in the mahogany obsidian, so I cheated. I came up with some rainbow jasper tubes, and these two are an A grade. They're 11 by 6mm in size, and there are 5 of them. And they have that gorgeous dark red rainbow jasper finish that you get with those. All right, so coming in with our beach theme, these are mother of pearl rounds. They have been bleached white. They have an absolutely gorgeous, I want to call it a flash, glow, something, that's in there. They're 6mm in size. They're A grade. They are 25 of them in your box. These are beautiful. You'll really love these mother of pearl beads. Yep. Next are some mother of pearl teardrops. Just some little ones. They're 8 by 5mm in size. You get 4 of them. I didn't have very many strands, so I just split up what I had among all the boxes, but they'd be beautiful in some earrings. And they match those 6mm rounds almost perfectly. The same glow and flash.
I like all the shell beads and pearls. Anything associated with pearls I like, and I love these.
Now, these are a freshwater shell pearl. They don't have as much of that mother of pearl glow and flash to them. They have a more natural, organic look to them. They're also 6mm in size, and there are 25 of them. And you'll see the different shell colors kind of running through them. They just have a very nice feel to them in their color.
And see, I don't have a problem knotting these the same as I do pearls. The hole's a similar size. You can even combine them with pearls I have.
Now, these also would be considered a mother of pearl, but they come from the trochoid shell, which is a little bit more conducive to very tiny beads and faceting. A lot of your shells won't take this small of a process to manufacture them. And so you get, these are only 3mm, you get 35 of them. And again, you can see that beautiful mother of pearl type glow and flash running through them.
And you have to move them around to see the flash. Flash usually only occurs in one direction.
This is another mother of pearl shell in its natural color. These are a rice shape that are 8 by 4mm in size. And you get 10 of these. And again, these have been beautifully manufactured. Well, this wouldn't be a beach box without some mother of pearl, pearls, shells, this sort of thing. So we have something a little bit different here. These are little round charms that are
These are Koya.
10mm in size, and they are cut from the Akoya shells. If you turn them over one side, you'll see the distinctive Akoya shell, and then on the inside, you see that beautiful mother of pearl finish that you associate with shells. There are 10 of these little charms in there, and again, they're 10mm in size.
Yeah, Akoya pearls are considered one of the the most lustrous of all the saltwater pearls, and it's because they're raised in cold water. And so the growth pattern seems to be a little slower and tighter. But you got some neat flash on these.
Yeah, that mother of pearl finish and look, the colors, the way they move and radiate, it's really beautiful.
Yeah, I've used several of them in a project that I'm going to be doing a tutorial on and using them just as charms. Oh, this is fun.
Now we have an actual shell that has been electroplated in 14 karat gold, and we're calling this kind of a focal bead. It has a bell, loop, whatever, already attached to it, already just to hang on a necklace. It'd make a beautiful, simple statement, and it's not too big to not be a charm on something.
Next to an 8mm bead, you can see it's not very big. I've got granddaughters that probably, if they see this, they're going to want it.
They're approximately 20 by 10 millimeter in size, but they're an actual shell that you might have just picked up off the beach.
And while you're at the beach picking up your focal,
or if you just want to complement that focal, here's a whole handful of small shell beads. They are approximately 12 by 7 millimeters. You get 19 of them in the box. They vary a little bit in color and shade.
Again, there's an 8mm bead, just to give you a little bit of dimension.
But they blend in with these crazy lace agate beads, these mother of pearl beads, and they are drilled. There is a hole in them. A lot of times when you buy your shells, they don't have a hole, but these were drilled, so.
Oh, cool. I know what these are. These are coconuts.
Yes, here's another fun bead. They're actually made from the coconut shells. Just been made into kind of a hishi or a rondelle. They're 8 by 3 millimeter round. That's kind of a loose bit of, because some are thinner than the others. And you get 20 of them in your bag.
You want something a little primitive? This is it right here. They weigh practically nothing.
I mean, what else are you going to find on the beach if not coconuts out of the palm trees?
Sunbathers.
Sunbathers. I thought they go really well with the shells. Okay, so this is it pretty much for the gemstones. We're going to move next to the crystal and glass beads. And as you can see, we're definitely getting out of room here. Our first are some crystal cubes in a deep, deep red, almost a burgundy type color. They're little 4 millimeter crystal cubes. You get 25 of them. They do have an AB finish on them. Again, they're to help bring out some of the red stripes and swirls and that you'll see in some of your pendant stones.
Yep, I got an idea for this one too.
The next trick crystal selection are those crystal discs that everybody loves so much because of how sparkly and clear they are. They really can rival your the best of your check type crystals. These are 8 by 6 millimeter in size. You get 15 of them. There is a little spacer bead that is in between each crystal, and the color on this, I believe, is called latte.
Oh.
They're an A-grade crystal, and they're not white, they're not ivory.
They're kind of a champagne.
Yeah.
A light champagne.
But they blended so beautifully with the crazy lace agate. So
we've set these next to Swarovski, and people could not tell the difference, even under a magnifier.
From the same vendor that does those discs, I picked up some of these briolets in the matching color, and they are drilled side to side like a little briolet. They're faceted. They are A-grade again. They're 10 millimeters, and you get 5 of them.
Those are pretty.
Yeah, these would make the most sparkly earrings you could imagine.
Or anything else. These would be great as a drop on a charm bracelet too.
And you could put them in a necklace with 5 of them. You've got enough to come around a little bit.
And we've got windows.
We named these beads window beads. I don't know if that's the actual name that they go by, but it's because they have little faucets on them. The faucets are clear, so they look like windows, and you can actually see down into the bead. The rest of the bead around those windows is a etched or matte type finish. And these are what was called a floral white. They're 8mm in size.
Yeah, but look at all the colors it's reflecting out of that window.
And there are 20 of them
And the windows
in the bag.
the windows can be all different sizes also. You know, sometimes they're small, sometimes they're big, and they all reflect different colors of light. I'm seeing golds and purples in there.
These are a really fun bead. We played with lots of different colors in this bead, and it never disappoints. It's just a great bead. All right, we do have some glass pearls in here because, again, pearls just kind of fit with a beach theme. These are an ivory, off-white, or maybe pale yellow, whatever you want to call it. Of the 8mm size, you get 10 of them. They are a high-grade dyed pearl. They're not one of those spray-painted ones that peel off.
Let's hope not.
In the same matching color as those 8mm rounds are some 6mm rounds, and you get 16 of those. And again, matching the 6s and 8s are some 4mm glass pearl rounds, and there are 28 of them.
Okay, so
that's what's in the bead bag.
That's the first half. And so this is everything that you're getting in the bead bag. Give us just a second to clear this all away and set up we don't call it a findings bag anymore. It's the kind of everything else bag.
Well, it has stringing material, findings, metal beads.
Yep, so we'll be right back. Okay, we're back.
With the findings bag, and I should explain to begin with that these findings are all in what I consider to be a light gold shade. It's my favorite gold to work with, but there are mixed in with this light gold some 14 karat gold and some 18 karat gold. So you'll see a little bit of variation in the gold color, but it all would be considered light gold. It's not that antique gold or that brassy gold or
the pink gold
or anything like that. So we're going to start with some earrings. We have some starfish earrings in the light gold, and these are extra heavy plated. That's considered long-lasting plating. They are 18 by 17 millimeters. They're a stud type, and they have the loops so you can attach some type of a dangle to them. And then there's a set of little shell earring studs.
These plated too, gold plated or?
Yes, obviously.
Well, I mean,
but they're not 18 or 14 karat
okay.
gold. They're just a light gold plated, and they are 12 by 10 millimeter in size approximately.
Looks about right. Long posts.
Well, the post isn't as long as the protective cover on it, so.
We like our protective covers.
Next are some leverback earrings in light gold plated brass. They are 17 by 10 millimeters. You get 2 of those. And then you get a textured loop type earring, a hook type earring in the light gold, 18 millimeter by about 1.5. 2 of those. The textured pattern on it's really pretty.
It's a fun pattern.
Right.
Then the leverbacks.
In bag number 3, we have 2 items, an adjustable S-hook clasp, which Steve is showing you, which is really unique. I've never seen one before, but if you notice, it has these
the springs.
Little spring locks.
You're completely off camera.
These little spring locks. You can see me moving. So you use it like an S-hook clasp, but for those of you who don't feel like S-hooks are very secure, these would be very secure because nothing could come off until you pushed that little spring.
It's like a carabiner. That's pretty good size too. What is that?
Those are 27 by 13 millimeter. These would be perfect for just heavyweight necklaces.
Or even as part of a focal.
In that bag with that clasp are 4 of your lobster claw clasps in light gold. They're 14 by 8 millimeters. In the fourth bag are two more items. The first being a button that's shaped like a mushroom in a light gold plated. It is metal and it is 15 by 10 millimeters in size.
And if you look real carefully, you can see Debbie and me in the reflection.
The second item in there is an S-hook clasp with attached clamshells or bead tips. Well, it's not an S-hook, it's just a hook.
Just a hook, J-hook.
Just a J-hook. So this is also in light gold. I have done one necklace so far where I used this clasp, and I was very impressed. And those clamshells, when I closed them up, it was almost impossible to see the opening, the line.
Wow.
I think it's the texture. There's a texture like a corrugated bead look to that clamshell, and
So you do just like put a knot or something at the
knot
end,
or
or a bead.
or a crimp bead or whatever it is that you're using up in there, and then you just close
Cool.
that clamshell down around it. So
I have to try those out.
I really, really liked the one I played with. So in bag 5 is a set of 8 of your bead tip clamshells, and you've got 4 different designs. There's hearts and stars and flowers, and you get 2 of each one in these light gold.
Little star.
And these are 14 karat gold plated. So
If you work with thread, these are a must.
yep. Or that beading chain.
The beading chain, yeah. I'm gonna focus, bring it in just a little bit for here a second so you can see what's on the mat. I want you to be able to see.
What we
Okay.
have here are some stainless steel little shell charms that are 18 karat gold plated. They are 8 by 5 millimeter in size. There are 5 of them.
Those are tiny.
They're tiny, but they're very substantial in that stainless steel is the underlying metal that's used with the 18 karat gold plated going over them.
Very nice. I'm going to use those too.
They are nice. They're really high quality. Okay, now we have 3 different links in bag 7. You'll have 2 of those filigree type links. They're kind of a rhombus shape. You will have 1 starfish connector that's in light gold with some crystals in it. And then we have, now you can see those are kind of beach related, and you might ask, what in the world is an owl doing in a beach themed box?
This is a beach owl.
This is a sand owl.
Sand owl, yes. They burrow into the sand for clams.
And this was just too cute. I couldn't help not put it in. And it's got cute little CZs in it. It is a light gold.
See, it's
Again?
it's actually just a pigeon wearing a scuba mask that magnifies its eyes.
Or I guess it could be a seagull disguised as an owl.
Yeah, a really big-eyed, goggled seagull, an overweight seagull who's been eating French fries in the McDonald's parking lot. Nope, it's an owl, people.
It's a sand owl, but it just went with this box because of its color.
It's got a fun loop on top. You could also dangle down here at the bottom something.
Right.
It's fun. It's got it sparkles. It's an owl. Ow.
In the next bag are some small 6-petaled flowered bead caps in light gold, and you get 50 of them. That should be enough to do just about anything you can think of.
Yeah, I like bead caps.
And it gives you just that touch of that light gold to tie it in certain designs. So
Just a bead cap can make the difference between, something you made in grade school and something you bought at the jewelry store, I think. And these are small ones. Small ones are hard to find. This is something that you can use with a 6 millimeter bead and don't feel like the bead cap overwhelms it. I plan on using these in a project.
they're just 4 millimeter in size, so they'll go with any of the beads in your box. Okay, next we have 3 items of just some metal beads. There's 8 of those hollow brass They're gold-plated, 18-karat gold-plated brass.
Little filigree balls.
They're the little filigree balls right there.
Oh, love those.
And then there's what looks like a wreath.
Yep.
Or an expanded daisy spacer in light gold. You get 10 of those.
Ruler.
And then the little rondelles, the corrugated rounds, they're just barely a rondelle. You get 20 of those. These are all right in the neighborhood of 4 to 5 millimeter in size.
I'm going to use all of these.
And in keeping with the beach theme, we have some electroplated cowrie shells, completely gold-plated.
Completely.
Well, they're not partly like the pendant was. I can't find. There they are. They're 16 by 11 millimeter in size, and you get 10 of them. And I had a granddaughter show up the other day that had a bracelet on where they had run the cord through the cowrie shell here. And it was a fantastic looking bracelet. So I'm dying to try something with these.
But it wasn't gold plated like this one is.
No, hers were, I think, real cowrie shells. So.
And jump rings.
Again, in this light gold shade, I do try to come up with enough bindings that you can stay pretty consistent to your gold shade. Are some jump rings. These are all
different sizes.
Different sizes. They range from 4 to 6 millimeter in size.
With maybe some 5s in the middle.
4, 5s, and 6s. And there are at least 50 jump rings in each bag. And again, in the light gold color are some head pins. I threw these in because I didn't have any in this shade of gold. I only had the brassier looking, darker gold head pins. So these are 2 inches long. There are 20 of them in the bag.
They're a flathead.
They are a flathead. I couldn't find a ball head in this shade of gold. So, but I wanted them to match the other metal components. So, and then this was one of my favorite things in the box. This is a textured curb chain, again done in light gold plating, and the links on this are about a 4 by 6 millimeter, so it's a larger link. It's not one of those itty-bitty teeny tiny chains, but it's not huge either. It's just, in my opinion, it's a perfect size. Would make great charm bracelets, would make a great necklace. You get 30 inches of this. The color is gorgeous. The texture makes it sparkle. It's a beautiful chain.
And finally, one of my favorites.
We have some memory wire, and there is something special about this memory wire. It is 0.8 millimeter thick, which is a very hard thickness to find. Okay, until we went looking for it so that Steve could do a tutorial on making up those expandable bracelets.
Don't tell him what I'm doing. It's going to be a surprise.
Well, he's making some fantastic, I can't believe how fantastic the bracelets are turning out. But the 1 millimeter was too thick, too heavy, and the 0.6 is way too thin, too light.
Too flimsy.
So we really went hunting for a compromise and came up with a 0.8 millimeter, and it ended up being just perfect for a tutorial that you'll soon see, and you'll be able to make some of those bracelets because you'll have the wire that's needed for them.
And that's everything that is in the extra, the findings bag. But we have one other thing.
With each box, I've tried to include a freebie. And I'll tell you, these boxes are curated and the values are totaled and everything before I ever pick out the bonus item. The bonus items really are not figured in to the cost of the box. They are a free item that we just want to include and give to everybody. It's kind of a thank you for being one of our subscribers. And for our Summer Magic July box, what you're going to get are the components that you would need to make some sun catchers. There are 2 types of wire in one bag, along with a key charm that you want. There's the textured heavier wire is to create frames for your sun catcher, and then the thinner 18 karat gold plated wire is for wrapping the beads into the sun catcher. For the bead bag, you get what I'm calling a large bag of these are all Preciosa fire polished beads. They are old stock, stuff that I bought. Most of it came from Shipwreck Beads, if you're familiar with them, back in the, I don't know, about 2010, 2012. I just took everything I had and divided them up into bags. There are more than 50 of these fire polish beads in a bag that you can use to have some fun and make your sun catchers with them. And there will be some sun catcher ideas and things posted in our Facebook group.
Yeah,
So
we'll have a
watch
link
for
or a
it.
PDF somewhere. So anyway, let me set that over here on the side. This is everything that's in the findings bag and the gift item.
Right.
And so these are going to be, we're going to be shipping these out in a couple of days. They'll be coming to you. We encourage you again to check out our Facebook page and the information on this event to pick a designer to receive a free box. Our next box, this box obviously has already gone out, but that would be our September box, I guess.
Right.
And so do you have any final comments, Debbie?
I don't. I think you will see some beautiful designs that have been done by Colleen. I'll see how many I get done. Steve's been working on some tutorials from this box.
Veronica sent us a couple of things that she's made as well. So
there's going to be lots of good ideas. Just stay posted.
Yep. And if you want to be notified of any of the tutorials that we come out with after going ahead and liking this video, hit subscribe. And after you hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. And then you will be told and notified by YouTube when those tutorials come out. We appreciate you coming today. Look forward to seeing you again in the future. If you have any questions or concerns or anything else, say something down in the comments, or I have my email listed down in the description. You can contact me directly.
I hope everybody is having a great, beautiful beading summer. This is Debbie saying goodbye.
Bye-bye, everyone.